I had an idea for an art piece that I think would be insane. A Coca-Cola can, but I'm going to take a bite out of it, and there's going to be a fruit next to it, maybe like a banana, and I'm going to put a straw in it. Like,
Genius.
would that not be art?
Warning. You're about to embark on an adventure of epic proportions. Buckle up, bucko. You're now tuned in to The Epic Show. With your hosts, Gabe and Dave. Coming to you live from the Epic Center.
Thank you guys. I know it's been a while. But before we get into this episode, got a quick announcement for you guys.
Before we get into this episode.
Before we start the next segment, we're gonna advertise a quick Discord.
So for the gamers out there, not even for gamers, just in general, we got the Epic Show Discord going.
Anyone who wants to talk, maybe meet some friends, maybe meet the love of your life.
We'll have a kitten section for you to find your kittens and your
an ooh kitten section. Yeah.
Everyone's a mod too.
Everyone's
Once you join,
a mod.
you're a mod. And yeah, we want to be more interactive. You know, have you guys. We might have people call in for episodes. You know, we'll give some advice. We'll do some. You guys can ask some questions. We'll do some Q&As, some would you rather's, you know, and all the sorts. And we'll solve your life issues.
Yep.
So go ahead and the link will be in the description of this episode. So yeah, go ahead and click that guy. And then we're going to just dive. Or do you have something to say?
I just wanted to let everyone know that I got a job and I work from home. So if you join the Discord,
Yeah.
I'm available. I always.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
Gabe. Yeah, Gabe will be there.
I'm tech support.
Yeah, he'll be just on like
on
constantly.
Discord. So if y'all
Just
if y'all have any questions that need to be answered, you can just
Yeah.
hit me up. I can answer on behalf of David as well.
well, I don't know about that, but
I'm not going to screen the answers, but yeah, just hit us up on there, and and I'll always hear it because I don't know how to
you're not in very many chords.
I don't know how to mute the Discord on my computer. So like all day while I'm working, I just hear ding,
Yeah.
ding. So might as well just
yeah.
use it.
So send us your memes and your questions and your queries, and we'll get to those ASAP. And now we're gonna get right into this guy episode. You just want to start off with would you rather, just one would you rather each, just to kind of get you guys going.
It only seems fair.
Get your brains boggling. So I gotta ponder for you.
Okay.
Man.
It's a pander, I think.
I'm pandering to you with this one. So, the age-old question, would you rather be a cat with human thoughts or a human with cat thoughts?
Whoa.
So, would you rather just
Is
be
that really an age-old question?
Yeah, it's pretty old. No, it's like, would you rather just be a human, just going like, not being able to talk and just,
Yeah.
and just like scratching people? Or would you rather be a cat who can
Think
like
a human?
Yeah.
So I think this is pretty easy. You have to go cat who can think like a human, because not only, dude, you'd be like the most famous cat ever.
Well, you can't talk. Well, I guess you could.
You could be in movies.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be the
could
most
be
famous cat ever.
You could be a superstar.
Yeah,
Dude, you would live a life of luxury.
But you'd
get all the treats you wanted.
But you die in 15 years, roughly.
Okay. I mean,
I guess it's pretty
do I
good.
really need that much more time
Yeah,
to leave a mark here?
that's true.
You're telling me I get to live less and also be way cuter?
Yeah, I guess that's pretty easy
I
query.
think this is pretty easy as opposed to being fucking Rat Man and
Just brainless Bart
hissing
who's
at people and itching my ears all the time and being a fucking weirdo. Some of y'all motherfuckers act like cats anyway. Like,
But what
this
if
is a no-brainer.
But what if through this we find out that cats are actually like able to talk technically if they had the means? So maybe you
Then
could
sign me up.
I mean, you'd be like really dumb though.
Implant my brain into a cat's body and see what happens.
No, but like
I don't think y'all are ready for
You
it.
just be like, water, food.
and then people are like, "What's wrong with this guy? Like,
Yeah.
how
no,
does he
that
have a
would
house?"
suck. How is he a homeowner in an HOA?
Yeah, and yeah, you're just like walking around like people's houses and attacking birds and shit.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm bringing rodents to people's doors and then like
Yeah.
curling up on them, like around their legs to like, like this guy's really kinky.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one for you.
All right.
Okay, would you rather? So these are both free options. Okay, would you rather have 10 flights
Yeah.
in like the most extravagant first class,
Okay.
right? But you only get 10
Ever? My
ever
whole life?
your whole life,
Okay.
or, and I'm talking like this is catering, like
Escargot?
you can, escargot, anything you want really, like it's
Yeah.
feasible on a plane,
Okay.
or unlimited free flights, but you're in the middle seat and the two people next to you are me. And I spill over. And I'm rude.
Unlimited flights? But it's like not actually you. It's just like,
It's me. You don't know me. Like we
I
couldn't
don't
joke.
know you. Oh,
Like
we
we
can't
couldn't joke.
riff?
But it's like two twin brothers that are
man,
me that aren't
no.
me. And we got split
Just
up.
two snoring Sammys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
And I snore on like the short flights too.
I could
And
not.
I'm big.
Wait, what did you say about the middle C?
You're in the middle seat.
Oh, I thought you said the middle C. for a second.
No, you're in the middle
Okay.
seat.
That's kind
Between
of a C,
two
if you think about it.
me's. But it's free forever.
Oh man, if I ever go to Europe or anything, like that's just not happening.
Yeah, that's there and back
oh my
too.
god, I'd have to like take a sleeping
It would
pill.
ruin the trip.
Like,
would
I'd just be
ruin all-
dreading it the entire time on the way back.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are these guys? Why are they always on the plane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but first class, I get 10. I'm trying to think like how many flights I've even been to, like in my
Well, it's 10. It's 10, but like, you know, it's,
There and back
it's
counts
there
as
and
one?
back now counts as 2.
Oh, so really I only have
You have 5 trips.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
That'd be so nice though.
But
like-
you got to make them extra.
I'd have to
You would.
plan.
They'd be extravagant trips. You know.
I'm taking the first class.
Really?
Because like I'm thinking about it and like
so
I
much
would
less
just
travel though.
like that covers the expenses of like flying to like I'd go to Japan, I'd go to like
Yeah.
all the extravagant places.
Mm-hmm.
And that way.
Once.
No, but if I got 5 trips basically, like
Yeah, you
I'd-
have 5 trips though. Like
I'd
you'd only
save
be able to
those.
go to those once.
yeah, but
you
I
know.
can still like
You could go
buy
back to one
flights,
place. No.
right? What?
No.
So I only have 10 flights ever?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I was thinking I could just save those.
Oh no, you couldn't just get back on AirTran
Oh.
like normal. No.
Well then I have to pick being in the middle seat with
Damn.
2 big ones.
That's crazy because I would not. I would pick the 5.
But then I wouldn't be able to visit my family out west. I wouldn't be able if I ever
Do you do
like-
that normally?
every year.
Hmm.
So
I didn't know that.
so yeah, I can't.
No, you took a year off.
Yeah, I did, but
Yeah, you didn't see him in
know.
2022.
no, I did last year. It was just
No,
it was like a
there's-
year and a half. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's.
I hate when he goes to Tahoe.
Oh yeah, and then I don't like answer 'cause
No,
it's like
you
the
don't.
the time change.
Yeah, it sucks. It's always shitty whenever he goes to California.
I remember when one year I went to Italy, and I was in Nevada right after that, I think.
Oh,
So I was gone for like almost a month,
I was pissed.
and that was like our peak Fortnite gaming
I was like,
days.
I sent him so many question marks whenever he said he was in Nevada.
Yeah, and like
Like I
I was like on international hours and time zone. Like I was just like off the grid completely. And I'm like, yeah, man. Sorry, I missed your call. Like 4 days
nah,
after
fuck you. I haven't forgiven you for all that. But speaking of airplanes,
Oh yeah. Speaking of trips in general.
speaking of trips,
Gabe traveled this week.
I left the sweet holdings of Georgia and
Yeah.
I traveled to the north, and I went to New York for
3 days?
3
2.5
days,
or-
2 nights,
Yeah.
and
How did
it
you
was great.
well your car's still in the shop. How did you get to the airport?
I called David. The night before the flight.
This is what it's like to be Gabe's friend.
Yeah, it's
So-
shit.
Picture this. It's about 10 p.m.
Uh huh.
and you got to take your friend to the airport the next day, and you just get a call from him, and you're like, all you hear is, "You're gonna hate me," and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, he already knows.
And I'm like,
he already knows.
"You're gonna hate me," and I'm like, just say it. And then he's like, flight boarding starts at 7. I'm just like, oh.
Because I originally thought that I could just like get to the airport at 7. So like that was gonna be like another hour, right? Like that you had to sleep. And then David was like,
no, you got to get there at like
we got to get you there at like 5:30.
Yeah.
And I was like, oof. I was like, can you even do that?
I'm just like, I'll see what I can do.
Like 3 hours before it.
Yeah.
And he came through and he picked me up at like, he picked me up at 4:45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Jesus Christ.
I did not sleep, and I just was like, all right, this is happening. And it's fine.
I avoided him.
Yeah. An
And then
involuntary
then
void.
2 days later he had to come back and pick me up at 11.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
That
bad.
was, yeah.
It was good.
That was like the
nice
shortest trip ever. It felt like to me.
Well,
at least.
no, I mean, it felt like, okay, so like it sounds short, but it's actually like a pretty long time. Like, because you get there early in the morning at like 10, and then you have that entire day to do stuff.
Yeah.
And then that entire night. And then you wake up and then you have an entire fresh day again.
True. I need like a recoup. Like especially if it's like a far flight, I'd rather get there at night and then just like sleep it off, and then in the morning,
Well, no, it wasn't that bad because I just went in there and I took a shower, and then I just like completely.
First of all, this guy.
My shower wasn't in my room, by the way.
What?
My shower wasn't in
You
my
were in a
room.
community bathroom?
You have a community bathroom.
What hotel was this?
The Americana Inn.
It was the gas station on the exit.
It was right above the Akiway. But no, it's kind of weird because my room looked like a closet.
Really?
Like it was probably 10 feet long and 5 feet wide. And then I had a twin bed in it and a sink right next to my bed, and that was it. It had a little TV in there.
Was it like the price of a Marriott here or something?
$66 a night.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I mean, I was like, oh, whatever. That's the best deal I'm gonna get. Like, I don't care. And then, but I had a big window, and I kept it open the entire time, and I was freezing in there.
Oh, okay.
And
you were freezing?
Yeah, it was cold up there.
It must have been cold. Yeah.
It was cold. I wore a sweatshirt and sweatpants all day.
This guy got in my car with just a satchel, and that's it to his name. Just
because Frontier,
the man with few items.
Frontier, it charges you $56 for a carry-on, a backpack.
Yeah.
It charges you $56 for a backpack, and I was like, okay, if I do that both ways, that totals the price of my flight. Like, I'm not doing that. So I just had like a little mini like bag, little satchel, and I rolled up my clothes in it, and I like layered up to go to the airport. So I was wearing most of my clothes whenever I got there.
You just wear like 5 layers of clothes.
It's a life hack.
I mean, for some, I guess.
Yeah, it's a life hack. But I got there, and then if you guys are watching on YouTube, I added a pop to the collection up here. I don't think they've seen these yet, actually.
No.
So I have a zombie Wolverine pop up here, a venomized Deadpool, and a venomized Storm. I got the venomized Storm.
They're all Venom.
In New York, except for the Wolverine.
Yeah. Was that the only souvenir you retrieved? Or?
Yeah, because I had the satchel, remember?
Yeah, I guess you can't bring
anything back. Yeah. I was thinking about getting some stuff there, and I was like, well, I wanted 2 pops, and I was like, that's not going to fit.
Weird. Yeah, the Frontier, though, that's like...
Yeah, so...
Scraping the barrel there.
I remember I was sitting... Okay, first off, I get to the gate, right? So I think it's the gate, and there's no like flight attendant up at the thing, and I didn't look at the TV like to see where the flight was going because I went to the gate like that was set on my ticket.
Yeah,
is that Root?
Mm-hmm. Root the cat is joining us here. Get in here.
I locked the door for some reason.
Yeah, she usually opens.
Hey, Rupert. So I went and I sat at the gate and for like an hour. And I was checking the time and I was like, damn, bro, like I should be boarding right now. I was like,
Yeah.
the person isn't even here yet. So I get up to throw something away and clear and luckily I glanced at the screen and I was gonna go to Cancun.
Ooh.
Oh fuck.
Jeez.
So I run down to the gate because I heard their gate was boarding.
Yeah.
Like down there. And I was like, I talked to this girl and I was like, is this the flight to New York? And she was like, yeah. And I was like,
What of it?
okay, thank God. I was like, has zone 3 boarded yet? And they're like, it is right now. And I was like, yeah.
See ya.
So I got on there and it was the most miserable flight I've actually ever had in my entire life. This little guy
Okay.
next to me sucked. He
Little
sucked.
guy?
Yeah, he was a little guy. He was way smaller than you, but he took up enough space. Like he was me. He was like man spreading and like he was moving and wiggling and like resting his head up and sitting up and down and like we didn't fit. Like
Yeah.
it was really fucking weird. Like, dude, play your part. Like you're the little guy. And I was like this. I was like this, like basically like huddled up against the wall.
Yeah, you had the window seat.
Doing my part as the big guy. Like because I have
playing your role.
I have manners to an extent. And I smelled good,
Yeah, you still good. That's good.
but
At least you're not a stinky.
at least I'm not a
Man.
stinky big guy.
That's
If you're a stinky big guy, it sucks. But or you suck. But yeah, that was the worst flight ever. But then I get there and my gracious host, Ashley, showed me through the city. We had a great time. She took me to all types of places. We went to this one Chinese place and she was like, we're gonna go get French toast. And I was like, we're at a Chinese restaurant. But dude,
What?
this French toast was so good that you did not need syrup.
That's
It was so
There's no way.
fire. No, it was
French
so
toast
sick.
is carried by syrup.
French.
though.
No, not this one, man. Not this one. Trust me. And then it comes with it came with like a whipped cream and strawberries sliced up on it. It was insane.
Jeez.
It was one of the best things I ate there. I also tried roasted duck, but I didn't tip on the. I didn't tip. Yeah, I'm in my no tipping shit.
No.
But I didn't tip on the ticket to the Chinese restaurant. So whenever I got my duck, dude, it was like the most rancid, like it was like black meat inside and like there was bones all up in it, like in every bite. And I was like,
Was it-
So I peeled it off.
So you
had
is
a-
this the result of you not tipping, or
I think
you got
so.
tipping
I
because
think
of
so.
that?
I think so.
Oh, so you had to pay and stuff before you got the food?
Yeah,
Oh, well,
because I got it to go.
that's probably why. Then.
Yeah, I think that
I
she
don't
saw
know.
the tip and was like, yeah, give him the
What's
bones.
this guy?
Yeah.
The extra bones in there.
But I did go to the Aki Way.
Yeah, the famous.
If you guys know who that is, he's like, never forget the bow, never,
yeah.
never, never. And then like
and he
but-
wasn't there.
But no, and he wasn't there. And
Yeah.
and dude, and I thought it was him, like because he trained his whole family to do it while he's
Yeah.
not there. But it was
Was
clearly
he
his
with
brother,
family? Okay.
and his brother clearly did not want to be there
Yeah, he's
and
like,
doing the script.
I just want to be a dancer.
Yeah.
I just want to be the Akiway man.
Yeah, and he was wearing all like the Akiway never, never, never stuff on
Yeah.
his stuff. And I got a bacon, egg, and cheese with mozzarella sticks bagel,
Yeah.
and it was so bust down, like it was insane.
Bunce down Balenciaga style.
But it was $23.
But yeah,
the
is it
sandwich?
worth it?
I mean,
That's not for me
it
to
was
say.
insane. It was insanely good, but I only justified it because I'm at the Akiway guy.
Yeah,
You know?
it's an experience.
Yeah. But it wasn't even the Akiway guy. So, like,
Yeah.
why am I paying the Akiway guy prices?
So what do you rate the New York? Like what's
What do I rate New York? I rate New York an 8.9 out of
Oh.
10.
but you didn't even that's just from the 2 days, right?
That's just from the 2 days.
So it's really a free
I
trial.
think I could
yeah.
live there. I would just have to get to know like the non-touristy stuff,
Yeah.
you know. So
You said the people were mean, right? Is that
the
just
people
how-
are mean, and some of those people are fucking weirdos.
But yeah.
Like you walk down the street. Well, I was wearing an I Heart New York shirt.
No, what? It's like
I did it.
textbook,
I did it to embarrass Ashley.
okay, yeah,
So-
that's funny.
But I also do like those shirts. But but
Yeah.
dude, like I was walking down the street and like so many dudes would just like, they were looking at Ashley and like staring at her, like,
Whoa.
and like as you walk by, like they turn like this
Yeah.
and like stare
What,
at her,
like,
like
kinda
this
catcall her or
weird.
something?
I don't know.
Visually,
They
unspokenly.
must have thought that I was
catcalling.
like her autistic brother or something like that. I don't
She's
know.
like, what is he doing with that guy
Yeah.
or something?
Nothing good, but it was a great trip.
Yeah.
And it was plentiful.
Okay, but
Let's talk about some plentifalities.
planificialities.
Plentificialities.
I was gonna ask you if
Oh,
you would
what?
rather live in rural Idaho in a penthouse for free, or just New York for full price.
Rural Idaho in a penthouse for
But dude,
free.
just in the middle of nowhere.
Don't care. Penthouse for free?
Just like, but imagine just like no civilization whatsoever
Okay.
and just penthouse.
Yeah, that's nice.
But you would have to drive 2 hours to the nearest
would have
airport,
a-
2 hours to the nearest.
I would have a
Civilization.
Tesla or something. Like I would have a nice car. And I would just wouldn't be an issue for me. I would live and drive for free. If I could live for free, I could drive for free. That's how
Well,
that
you
works.
wouldn't have nowhere to drive to.
I would have 2 hours of things
And
to
you have
drive
no
to.
friends because nobody's living out there, dude.
They could call me. I have good internet out there in a penthouse. So fuck you. Yeah, don't give me something stupid like that.
What do you mean?
Because I'm gonna destroy that. That's good. Of course I'm living in Idaho in a penthouse. I'll live anywhere in a penthouse. I'll live in Wakanda. Or I mean not Wakanda.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Rwanda.
Is that a place? Is it-
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a lot of tragedies that happened there actually.
So the answer is
It actually sounded kind of like that.
it's just constantly those happening.
Yeah.
Well, what else about? Yeah. But do you think the vibes, like, are they good vibes compared to down here or what? Where Atlanta?
No, the
everyone's
vibes are better here.
Yeah.
The vibes are way better here. There's not really that many vibes besides like hustle and bustle and like I'm serious. Like nobody
Wait,
has a
what?
good time up there.
What are those two things?
What do you mean?
Oh, what do you mean like hustle and bustle?
Hustle and bustle is like everybody's busy and like
yeah,
no
okay.
one wants to stop and talk to you except for
Right.
if they're selling you something.
Yeah.
I got approached by a lot of guys who were trying to sell their CDs.
CDs.
Yeah, it's like a time capsule up there.
Yeah, they're just like stuck in trying
I
to
don't
sell
know.
their mixtape.
And they were kind of dickheads about it, but not really. I was kind of a dickhead about it because he came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, you want to listen to my music?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm good." He was like, he looked me in the eyes and he went, "You might like it." And I was like, "You're right.
I don't have a CD player, bro.
I might like it."
I mean,
then-
that's a good thing to say. Might like it.
No, I know. Like he paused too. He's like, "You might like it."
She's like soft spoken.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
You never know.
I feel bad about that.
Might like it.
Uh,
And she's like, all right, bro,
yeah.
play me track 4 or something.
See you, man.
It reminds me when in my old apartment, this guy was putting like CDs of his mixtape like on our doorsteps in their apartment. And I think I had a CD player at that time and I played
Did you
it.
pump it in?
Yeah.
How was it?
Trash.
Yeah.
It
always
was like
is.
Christian rap too. Like
Oh, man.
not even Christian rap, like gospel, like I don't know.
God doesn't like rap, guys.
And it was like written with like a Sharpie, like
I don't even know if God really likes music all that much.
I think he likes music.
Jesus didn't have a
He
Walkman.
gave us the ability to play music.
I guess so, man. Yeah, he also gave us the ability to slit each other's throats in cold blood. So does
doesn't like that.
Does
He
he
doesn't
like
like that.
murder?
Well, some would say that is music to some.
Yeah. you're
Everybody
right.
has their own symphony to play. Man. Sometimes it's just with a knife. That's your baton.
Facts,
So-
dude.
But we were having a quick discussion about Spirit Airlines. Dude, just because that's what I've been flying past. But dude, like Spirit, I don't know what it is about Spirit. I mean, obviously it's cheap, but it just invites all the period like type of people.
Yeah, period.
And just
and
period.
So I sat there in my gate. I mean, Frontier's no better. Don't get me wrong. I mean, actually, people on my flight, like, they're just like normal people. So
Yeah.
just slightly above.
So what is it
Just
about
slightly below the
Spirit?
poverty line.
What is it
Spirit,
about
I
Spirit
don't know
that-
what it is about Spirit, but it attracts. It attracts like a bougie, like the bougie broke people. You know,
Yeah,
like
They'll be playing like they have way too many kids. Like
oh yeah,
and
there's
like,
so many
There's
kids.
so many kids on Spirit flights that are loud and untrained, and like people playing music out without headphones for some reason. Like
No, yeah, they're like just doing this, like
yeah,
And I was sitting there and I was watching the Spirit Flights board, right? And I saw this dude in like a Dolce & Gabbana jumpsuit.
yeah,
Like some of the craziest like Adidas shoes I've never seen before.
yeah.
And
Like from StockX.
a Louis bag, like a Louis bag and a Louis duffel bag and a Louis briefcase.
Yeah, like
Just
you're
getting on
bro.
Spirit, like take off the fucking Pradas.
But
like
you're here with us, bro.
I don't know what you're doing.
Get your
like,
satchel like the rest of us.
Zone 3's boarding, bro. Like, get back there. Like, there's no point. Like, I don't know why. Why would
Why are
you
you trying to
even
flex,
pretend to flex when you're on a Spirit flight? Like,
That's like
we're
the
all in
whole-
the same boat here, man.
You're wasting a fit to flex on.
Yeah.
You know.
People take airport. Dude, you should only
You
be
know-
fitted up if you're going on a Delta flight. I
You're
feel
not like just wear your like sandals and your
Just wear your
sweatpants,
stuff,
dude.
man.
Like what do you? Unless you're
I know
reading
that's
something-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, like you don't need to wear.
Like spiky shoes and
Blazers,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
But
It's whack.
um,
It's the problem with America, man.
I think it is.
Everybody likes to show what they don't got,
It's like driving.
but somehow
a-
have it.
It's like driving your fucking like I don't even know, driving a Dodge Charger on your way to your shift at Wendy's or something. Like like why do you need a Charger?
Why do you need that? You're just going to Wendy's.
Fix your priorities.
And like,
No shade.
it
to
almost
Wendy's.
it makes you look broker wearing designer to me.
Yeah,
Like wearing like loud designer stuff.
designer
like,
clothes. Like I think that broke people buy designer more than
than rich people.
not like the top.
Yeah,
like,
no.
but like
yeah,
like-
exactly. Like if I see you in a Versace shirt,
yeah, I know that you just spent your entire paycheck.
I
on
know.
that.
Like I know you
Especially
did
if
that.
like,
Like,
you know the person. Like
and you're waiting in line to get into a club. So like,
yeah,
what are you, somebody special, bro? Or do you like? Would you buy that shirt if that was Hanes?
right.
No, like
Just go
it's
ahead.
whack. It's materialistic.
You're thrifting better fits for $15.
You're thrifting way better fits.
You don't need. I don't know. be
Some
low.
people just like new clothes.
Yeah, but you don't have to buy it. If you're buying a $200 T-shirt and that's like
You could have
Half
bought.
your-
You literally could have bought 20
yeah,
t-shirts.
I don't know
You could have an entire winter collection. You know.
at Goodwill. All right, man.
Oh well.
So, what else do we got? Oh yeah, I wanted to. Speaking of like the, rural Idaho thing, like it was on my mind a lot this week when we were talking about, like, just looking at Google Maps, like in your area, and just looking at the middle of nowhere in your state.
Yeah.
It just like boggles my mind. Like, what are these people's
Oh.
story that
Yeah.
like how are you?
how did you end up there?
Yeah,
Like, how did you end up in Coffee County, Georgia?
yeah. I don't
You know,
understand.
like, who in your family lineage, like, settled down there and was like, yeah, well, this would be
Well,
a good place.
I guess this is where I'll
I'm 9 hours from
set
Atlanta.
up.
I'm 9 hours from
10
Atlanta.
hours from the
and I'm
closest coast.
10 hours from Orlando.
So I'm kind of in the middle of everything I
Yeah,
need.
I can do everything. Like, what's the point? Like, I don't
Yeah,
get it.
If you're listening and you are,
And you live in these rural places.
please
like,
tell us your
why?
story. We don't understand.
I don't get it. Like, was it your family? Was it a job? Like, I can't imagine it being a job because then, I mean, there's not like office buildings out there, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's like a blue collar job, but you can find a blue collar job closer to Metro.
Yeah. I guess that's just like the human, because like I guess we grew up outside of Atlanta and we haven't thought to, but that's different because it's like Atlanta, you know?
Yeah. I don't
But like
know.
we haven't thought it's just where you are is where you,
yeah,
all
I
you
guess
know,
so.
I guess. And
I
you're just like,
guess.
okay, like,
I just don't think that any like actual good idea or like sentient thought has come out of any of these counties that are more than 3 hours away from a city.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, it's like you're kind of just taking up space that nobody really cares about, you know?
and maybe I mean, I guess if you like the quiet, that's understandable. But I mean, at the same time, it's
But
like,
maybe we're hypocrites because we're talking about people wearing designer stuff, right? You know?
yeah,
Like us living close to Atlanta is like us wearing designer stuff, and them living out there is like them thrifting Hanes fits.
Oh, I
you
see
know
what
what
you're
I'm
saying,
you
yeah.
see what I'm saying here?
yeah.
Like maybe we
So
just
we're
sound
trying to act like we're
hypocrites.
from Atlanta, even though we're
Yeah.
not, and then they're just like fully like we're not from Atlanta, and we're okay with that. So maybe we're just the assholes.
I think we're the assholes here. Yeah, we
Metaphoric-
sound like out of touch assholes for sure.
We're metaphorically the people wearing
I'm like, what? You want to? I'm like,
Versace on
I'm like,
Spirit.
seriously? Like, you're raising your family in a quiet town? Fucking loser.
basically. What you work hard and you don't care about the materialistic things in life and being
Okay, dude.
NPC much, right?
NPC. No sentient thoughts. No sentient thoughts.
Oh, everybody look at this person with
and
no-
I'm like paying way too much in rent out here, like just struggling
as
to get
I'm
by.
miserable in the city.
They're rich out there, like off minimum
Yeah.
wage, like they don't have to do shit. Like
I kind of want to move to
I want to move to Jefferson County, Georgia, brother,
or just hit any random name generator
and just
county
move.
and just all right.
I'm
I'm seeing
heading.
what this is about.
I'm heading to Coweta.
And it's just like you
And I
get
get
there
out
and it's
there.
like the perfect village and like peaceful, like
There hasn't been a
Village.
crime committed in like 20 years. Yeah.
oh, well, maybe yeah.
Maybe y'all
Or-
are onto something.
Or it's just all a hologram, and whenever you're in 10 miles radius, the hologram loads up. And
Yeah, it just renders around you. Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay. There's people around
It's a
here.
false sense of security. You're really just getting deeper into Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like you're just like underground. Oh, wow.
All right. Well,
Let's talk about how people hate me.
yeah, we could.
Can we do that?
Everyone hates.
Everybody hates
So,
Gabe.
For quick context, back when we were making obscene jokes, well, I wasn't, but I
was.
aided it, I guess. But there was a
You ate it in bed.
there was a joke, it's not the best, it's dark humor, but
The joke
It's-
was, did you know that Paul Walker had dandruff? And then the guy's like, no. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't either until I saw his head and shoulders in the glove
bit
compartment,
of a double entendre
which
there.
is like the Head and Shoulders
Yeah, like
shampoo, but it's also his Head and Shoulders because he died in a car accident.
yeah. So
But I mean, that joke
Yeah.
got a ton of views online, right?
It
and it
so
blew
many
up.
views.
It blew up. It's probably
Yeah.
Oh God! But with that comes a lot of hatred.
oh yeah, and you got the car community.
The car community.
despises
I'm like
Gabriel.
I am.
You got death threats.
I have death threats from that. I'm like number one villain in the car community. Where's
Yeah.
that comment at?
Oh, the one that was on our Instagram.
Yeah.
I got that one. Hold on. So there was this guy that went to our
So,
our
so
Instagram
this
from that.
joke, for a little bit of context, this joke got put onto a car page, like on
Yeah.
Instagram, with like 250,000 followers.
All they do is post cars, and then they're just randomly.
and then it's just
Gabe's.
randomly my joke. Like
I don't know
So
why
it's
they
a
did
bunch
that.
of car lovers because they wanted to get a rise out of
yeah,
it
I
clearly,
guess.
and it got. It's definitely over 1 million views on their page.
Yeah.
Over 50,000 likes, like all that shit.
Right.
But let me read this.
You want to read it? Okay.
Yeah. So I get we get a comment on the Epic Show podcast page, but it was a reposted one from my page, so he just
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
that he was commenting to me.
For quick context, this is like a 70-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
So just picture that.
He says, "Thanks a lot, dude. Your failed podcast ruined one of my favorite car pages forever. You just told an insanely immature and stupid joke, and it got reposted by @Moparzilla. Let's just say I don't follow them anymore. And that's your fault. But I heard you like joking about death. By default," he said my default, "by default, that must mean you wouldn't care if loads of people were to laugh at your own death. no matter how despicable / abhorrent the death may be. We can just make fun of it all day long, because at the end of the day, it's just dark humor. Pretty much all I want to say is, when you die, I will laugh very, very hard, because I'm just so edgy and dark like that, like you guys, except not as fat, lonely, or desperate for attention. I'm sure you only said the Paul Walker thing so your podcast can actually pick up off the ground. Sad, sad shit. And
that was before we even did any of this stuff.
Yeah. So thanks, man, for that
Thanks for your
comment.
support.
And that might be the worst comment, but I'm just gonna go in to the people who didn't put in the effort to like go to our page.
Right. But I'm just imagining that guy like,
I can't believe he
angrily,
typed all of that.
yeah, dude, just like angrily punching you to death and be like, I'm just being edgy like you.
I'm just not as fat. Just stomach punch. Like,
Dark humor. Wailing on you.
oh man. I'm just gonna go to the page and I'm just gonna see some comments that were left on here. Why is bro's lip lagging?
Oh yeah,
Because my lip quivered because I knew that it was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And like my lip actually quivered when I said that. So
bro's lip is lagging.
yeah, there's that one. Ain't nothing funny about it. Because what if he ends up the same way?
Yeah, people were giving a lot of like death threats. Like somebody on Facebook was saying like, we gotta find out where this guy lives or something.
Yeah. Screw you. I'm calling Vin Diesel. You don't fuck with the family.
Don't fuck with family.
Dude,
first of all,
shut up. Like,
and it's just car enthusiast.
Yeah, it's just like a car enthusiast. He says, do not let my confidence offend your insecurities. KK. With a bunch of emojis. Yeah.
Oh God.
It's disgusting. How easily people are willing to throw their reputation in the trash. And I said, mine's fine.
One thing about Gabe is he replies.
I'll reply.
To hate hate comment.
And he says, they say, you'll learn, LOL. And then some other guy said, nah, it's not. This guy says, I can't believe the nerve on some people. Didn't even think for a second to consider his daughter or any of his other family members seeing this and how it might affect them. At Gabe Hilliard 1017, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Jeez.
And then somebody commented, don't care, joke go crazy on God.
On God.
And then someone else said he deserved to die along with all the other pedos.
Oh yeah, because well.
And then the guy who tweeted that, or the guy who said that, retorted to the to the guy who commented the pedo thing, and he said, "Clearly uneducated, and you have no idea what you're talking about." Imagine if you got groomed by Paul Walker.
Yeah.
And then some like car account on Instagram is like telling people who acknowledge that he's a pedophile that they're uneducated and they have no idea what they're talking about. Like, imagine
more
that.
fucked up than
God.
I mean,
first off, they give off random podcasts to anyone. Okay, nobody gives out podcasts, guy.
First of all, that wasn't even a podcast.
That wasn't a podcast, first off. But second of all, there's no like store that you go to and get a podcast. I promise.
One podcast, please.
Yeah.
My license.
Well, we're giving it to anybody. So
that should be a thing, though. You should have to have a license for a podcast. And sure, microphones should you should have a background check to buy these microphones.
On God,
dude. There's one here that says,
I promise he gonna remember this joke when it's his time. Yeah, like whenever I'm like on my deathbed,
joke
on my deathbed, like
I wish I never said that joke.
Damn, I wish I took it back. Like this is so far out of my.
You're in purgatory.
I do not care about this.
And like the people around you are just like, it's just like crypto scammers and like all these different people. And you're like, well, why am I in here? And then like the judge is like, remember the joke? And you're like,
Oh, I found the guy. He commented on
we
this.
commented
I
on
found
this
his
one
comment.
too,
He
the
said,
same guy from the
worst Mopar page on Instagram. Even worse than the inactive ones. What is Mopar even?
Yeah, was that
I
like a
don't get
type of
it. I don't
brand
know.
or something?
I don't know.
This one says, hopefully he never around me in person because on my life, I'm going to make sure he end up in ER fighting for his life.
Oh my god, dude!
Wait, let me look at this guy.
Pull up, bro.
Oh, it's just, oh my god, dude, that's eerie as fuck. His only picture is this.
What is that?
Just him in a hood looking out into the moonlit lake.
I'll fuck his little ass up.
And
I want him to fight. I want that guy to come fight.
wait,
me.
he has a story. For y'all to be on the way and MIA, y'all post 3 times a week like ST.
Okay, bro. Yeah, well, you're a pussy.
Well,
So struggling.
Oh, he's a
struggling
car-
for
he's a
my
car
life.
guy, so.
Of course he is.
yeah.
Nerds who actually like the movies out here getting offended. Only reason I ever watched the movies was for the cars. They're terribly written, and guess what? He dead, and people are gonna make jokes for what it is. Maybe he should have called Kobe for a ride.
Whoa.
Jeez, dude.
That's
some
worse
car
than your
guys.
joke.
Yeah, no, that's worse than my joke. Dude, some car guys are just ruthless fucks. Like they don't give a shit. And then clearly there's a lot of
Dude, what if-
pussies.
Quick throwback to maybe a few people that would even know this. Or what, you would have one real quick.
Good job, Mr. Diabetes.
Oh my god.
I love the fat
Mr.
ones.
Diabetes.
I love the fat ones. Lard ass.
It's just yeah, like if you guys remember when we got stuck in Atlanta with the car guys blocked off the Atlanta highway to race, and we were like getting flashed with flashlights.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Like what
those
if
guys.
those guys like saw that joke like, hey, it's Gabe Haley
It's
717,
him, it's
and they all
him.
just like donut around us and like trap us in there. Oh, you can't go to any car convention. or anything.
No. Not gonna lie, this N-word needs to be canceled. Me.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro, cancel
Yeah.
me. Oh, like what? Like I'm such a big star that I need to get
Yeah.
canceled. Hashtag cancel fat boy.
Trending.
I can't believe people are actually typing this about me.
Yeah.
Like that's
people
so
love-
weird.
Cars and Fast and Furious.
People do love cars. bunch of sloppy genetic failures casting jokes on others. The
Genetic-
fucking nerve of these slop jobs.
Slop jobs. Genetic failure.
Southern stock
As he's-
79 said
As he's
that.
like 5'3", and like his BMI is like 40.
He said, if you're reading this, you've been triggered in his bio. He just must go around.
He's
and
like, he did that after he commented that.
on
He's like,
God.
he's gonna see that. Well, there's another Instagram fiasco this week, right?
Oh, yeah, there's another Instagram fiasco. So I actually left like the most liked comment I've ever had on a picture. So this
Oh,
guy,
okay.
yeah, it's got almost 100 likes on the comment
Oh, okay.
ratio. But
Ratio.
this is a Georgia followers. Fuck Georgia followers, first off.
'cause
But
that's the account that stole Gabe's tweet
Yeah.
many months ago. Many moons ago.
many moons.
Many moons.
They said a gay couple in Atlanta have been charged with raping their adopted sons and also for pimping them out to other local pedos.
Yeah. So vile shit for sure.
Yeah, as fuck. Like I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
And they said this one girl commented and said, "I hope karma eat they asses alive."
Yeah.
And I said, they would probably enjoy that. So maybe no ass play,
Yeah.
but definitely a long life of suffer.
Right.
Right? Which is just a funny
Yeah. It's just like
thing
yeah.
about, I mean, like, yeah, they're gay. Like, they would like their ass eaten. Like, sorry. Like, just funny. And I got a long comment.
Oh my God, it's so long.
Yeah. And it says, why did they write, quote unquote, a gay couple in the headline, though? There have been instances of heterosexual couples doing this too, and it's sick. But when people are reported on it, no one wrote a straight couple in the headline. Why the double standard? Why are they continuing the lies that the far right media outlets continue to push about the LGBT people? I wish that this wasn't about politics and hatred, but it is. All it takes is one gay couple to do something awful like this, and the anti-gay people in the media will continue to share and spread this. This happened over a year ago, but it continues to make the rounds on social media. 99% of LGBT people will never do something like this. But you all choose to focus on the 1%.
All that just because you said
Yeah,
they probably would want their ass
They'd
eaten.
probably like their ass eaten. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I would never comment that, but I mean, there's some truth.
dude, it's funny. It's
It's-
just,
but
I'm
yeah,
just
you
trying to
don't need
make
to-
light of the situation. Like, but like,
But you know, like all the like anti-gay people are like flooding the comment and being like, yeah, like of course, like this
Yeah.
is why we should never legalize.
yeah, we should never
Yeah.
legalize marriage.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that.
Right. That's nothing. Why do they say that to you? This is why.
I don't know why they said that to me. But my Miami born and Georgia bred UGA alum was that.
Well,
I wouldn't be talking about my breeding grounds, about where I was bred at.
yeah.
Not a
Breeding
bio
grounds.
thing. Not a bio. Yeah.
Bread.
Maybe if
in-
someone asked me where I was conceived, I'd tell them. You know, I'm not too
like-
upfront about it.
especially if you live in the same state still, like you don't need to tell us which county you moved to after you're conceived.
Yeah, you don't need to do all that.
Yeah, people were like, put the little airplane to like GA LA.
Yeah.
The airplane
Yeah,
emoji.
it's
Like, okay.
Well, so you live in LA?
You need
Not.
to- we don't need to know. Your
Oh no
previous
way! It's a
living-
peach and living in LA.
no way. They used to live at this one
So
place,
interesting.
but now they live somewhere else. I want to follow them.
I need to follow them.
I think I'm gonna hit my follow button and like all their pics now. But-
Gross.
And well, in other news, I went to the art museum for the first time in my life. This
Oh
week,
yeah.
and I felt very out of place. Everybody was very tall for some reason. It's a strange crowd for sure. Like,
Short
well,
people.
first of all,
Short people don't like art.
is that I think so.
I mean, they can't
I'm-
see it. Clearly.
I'm
They
roughly
can't go up
5'.
there and see it.
Roughly 5'10".
You're short. No,
No, I'm
you're
not
not
short.
5'10".
Yeah, I am. I measure myself.
You're.
I'm
If I had to
I'm like
guess-
2 centimeters below 5'10".
If I had to guess, 5'8".
No, I promise you,
Okay.
you're just tall.
I don't know, man.
I promise you guys. Wait, I have
I've
to blow
seen
this out of
women
proportion.
tower over you. So
Well, yeah, that's fine.
no. I hang out with some Amazonian chicks. What can I say?
I was bred in the Amazonian village. Well, I mean, that's not my fault. And, yeah, but there was jazz night. So it's like at the High Museum in Atlanta. They every like
That's a vibe.
once a month they do jazz. Well, first of all, you would think that jazz is supposed to be like a quiet, like you sit there in silence with your legs crossed and ponder things while you listen to jazz. But it was just
and look
like,
at the art, right?
no,
Well, what? It was a concert?
of sorts.
I thought they just played jazz like through the halls.
Just
And you-
imagine a really overcrowded lobby area with seats and then everybody else crowding, standing there with drinks, talking over all the music. You can't even hear the music. And while the whiplash guy is like,
Yeah.
and then you can't even hear it. There's like this lady in a gold glitter costume, which I guess she like found a way to make this her birthday party. And was just like in the center of it, like dancing with this woman. Like,
Ew.
like what is happening? Like,
That's weird.
I was thinking like a peaceful, I'm looking at art, the jazz music is looming in the background, but it's not that. It was just weird hipster people, like people dressed like Mac DeMarco,
Sounds
and
like
then
sucks.
overdressed people in the
Yeah, I
midst
wouldn't
of it.
go. I wouldn't go.
Well, the art was good, and
I mean, but do you really even know that? Like, art can be.
well, I'm an artistic and high value male.
You just know that it's good because it made it to the museum. It must be good. You know.
Yeah, if I saw that like in the dentist's office, I'd be like, what is that? It sucks.
Those songs, dick. Like,
I've never seen good art in the dentistry, but I feel like if I saw that same art in the museum, I'd be like, oh, that's actually pretty good.
you know what? I had an idea for an art piece that I think would be insane.
What? Just
I'm gonna take
a giant toilet in the ground.
no.
In this modern
This is
art?
extremely simple.
Okay.
It's going to be a Coca-Cola can,
Yeah.
right? But I'm going to take a bite out of it,
Okay.
and there's going to be a fruit next to it, maybe like a banana, and I'm going to put a straw in it. Like,
Genius.
would that not be art to you?
Yeah, that
though?
would be
like,
art.
it'd be fine.
I feel like I would see that and be
I
like,
feel like,
damn.
that's fine.
My
makes you think.
interpretation is with the amount of options that we have in our society,
You don't know what to do. You get confused.
we misuse products. No, that's what I was doing though to every art piece I saw. Dude, there was one piece that was like just crazy, like nonsense, basically, and it was like, it looked like a New York, like like the stairs where you like walk.
Oh, I know about New York.
Like the fire escape.
Come on.
Like the fire escape, like stairs that go zigzag up.
Yeah.
It looked like a city at night, like with that.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, it's just like the New York nightlit skies and the stairs, and like, sometimes everybody needs an escape. And like I read the description, and it's like, this was made during the Underground Railroads back in the
Oh my God.
like completely dark background. I was like, oh
Jesus.
shit.
Wait. Okay.
You like completely misinterpreted.
Yeah, they were escaping through the Underground
Yeah.
Railroad. Like,
There was one painting which was like, it was just completely black, and it was huge, like bigger than this wall, and there was like a little glimpse of like green. It kind of looked like the leaf of a plant almost.
yeah.
And I was like, this kind of just looks like he drew a painting and thought it was shitty, and then just painted black over it, and then he almost painted all of it black, and then decided, you know what, this is better and just put it up. Is what it looked like.
There's no like real artistry behind this. Like,
There's like that type of art, and then there's just like old, like drawings of people.
Yeah.
This is like,
that's boring.
it's,
But this is the guy who created the shoelace aglet.
And it's like, they're like naked ladies as well. And then you like read,
All art about women is naked.
yeah.
you
Well, I
think
guess
about
the women body is the real art piece. You're like, oh, here we go again.
Jesus.
Now I'd like to get into my feminist monologue for you guys real quick. No, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, there was actually one really cool piece where it's like, imagine like a plate
Okay.
looking like shaped like a plate, like 10 feet tall, and it's like reflective, like it looked like it was imagine like a Pokemon. No, dude, no, it's cool, I swear. Please don't snore on me. It's what's crystallized like Pokemon from imagine
Terrestrialized?
imagine a plate Pokemon that was terrestrialized.
A plate?
Is what it looked like.
Oh, okay.
And you stand in front of it, and like if somebody else stands like behind you, like really far away, you can hear them, and it sounds like they're like right next to you.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool.
And I was like,
I love optical and auditical illusions.
and I was standing in the spot where like people can hear you from, and anytime someone went up there, I'd be like, "This is God." Like,
You don't have much time left.
This is God talking to you. And then I think somebody else would go, I'm like, this is you from another dimension. And people like in
Did you
front
give
of
me
me were
laughs?
like, yeah, I
Okay,
guess
nice.
laughs. And but yeah, another thing that happened, like this guy came up to me, or I was like looking at this painting, and this guy like came up next to me. Like, or no, like, he was about to walk in front of me, but he saw that I was looking at it, and he's like, "Oh, let me also look at this with you." And I was just like,
This
peeking next to him, like,
guy must be
I'm
enthralled.
like, huh. So you think you really want to do this right now, man? As we're like both like
You
in
had
our
like
ponder poses.
think off,
Yeah, and I'm just like, And then I walk away
making
first,
noises.
like while like looking at him. And I'm like, yeah, I understood it first.
You're like, oh, you're still on that?
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you must be a fucking idiot. Is what I gathered from this.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, you must have a P for a brain, is what I got, because I have left the painting pretty quickly.
You have a Boston baked bean underneath that noggin.
How are you here right now and functioning? Because
Who
clearly
dropped you off here? Oh, wow.
that's what it felt like just anytime. Like, but yeah.
Let's get out of here, man.
Well, do you want to react to this video?
Let's do it next week.
Okay. We got a special video for you guys next week to react to of a very cringe
I'm so excited,
situation.
though.
So be prepared for that. Make sure you guys join our Discord.
Yeah, join
And
our
we want to
Discord.
have you guys on the show. We want to talk to you guys.
It'll
We
be
want to
in the
interact
link.
with you guys.
It'll be in the link maker, right?
Link in bio.
It'll be in the link in bio, and it'll also be on the link on the YouTube,
Spotify
right?
and the Apple Podcasts. It'll be in there.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll interact with you guys. And new episodes every Monday at 5 a.m. You got to understand that. You got to wrap that through your brain.
You gotta wake up early. The early bird gets the worm here.
Yeah, and we're the worms.
You want to get the dopamine, at least at the better part of the day.
Yeah, that's where the dopamine lies. And we'll see you guys next week. We love you guys. And make sure you talk to us on Instagram, Discord, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night.
21.
Bruh.